Cancer Crusader Chicks. So I can't remember what episode this is, but I'm really excited to be with you here. I know life can be chaotic, and I appreciate a few minutes out of your day just to do some cancer chat. So, oh, I think Nat showed us the live. Yes, we're live up there. Yep, we are. Nice. We're still learning. So the first minute or so, I'd like to send out some shout outs and some thank yous. One, Generation Studio and Boutique, Boutique and Studio, for hosting us today and every day. Make sure to come in and check out their great selection of really cool women's clothes and little gifts and treats. And it's just your one-stop shopping for that woman on your Christmas list. So thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Roxanne. I appreciate you guys so much and all the work they've done. So I'm going to do this extra here. So I came to Crystal and Roxanne about having a giving tree for 3 families that we adopted. And in 2 days, they shot it out of the park between these lovely ladies.
2 trees.
Two trees.
2 families.
And so we've got everybody covered. And so the Generations VIP group had a huge play in all of this. Yeah. So I so appreciate you guys all.
You should see the presents back there. I can't wait to show.
I can't wait to see it. It has brought a tear to my eye many times. So thank you guys for just the great community effort you guys put in and day out.
Well, and it's something, really close to my heart as well, because I know what it's like. And, those families that are going through cancer right now during the holiday season, it just gives them one less thing to worry about,
Yeah, I agreed. I always, I started this little purple elf project because I wanted, I had till Christmas. And so it makes me think I wanted that Christmas to be the best Christmas ever. And so that's why we do the Purple Elf Project. So from everybody at the Purple Iris Foundation, thank you. It means so much. And all the gals that have bought stuff from the Generations VIP group, you guys are angels. Thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We'll be posting some pictures of all the goodies that's back there.
I even had a young lady send me a message the other day. She's like, listen, I don't think there's any names left or anything, but what can I get? I said, well, stocking stuffer stuff.
Perfect.
Just whatever, like anything, because I'm not going to turn anything away, of course, because we can always divide it up amongst other people if needed. So
exactly. Exactly.
But I'll tell you, taking the picture and putting it online was probably the smartest thing that we could have done.
That was brilliant. I just brilliant. So thank you.
Yeah.
And so behind the scenes, there is Natalie Coles. None of this, we wouldn't be as put together as we are without her.
That's right.
So Nat, thank you for all you do. She does so much for the foundation. This is just one of the many hats that she wears. So thank you, Nat. We love and appreciate you.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
So she keeps us on track. And I'm working on my uhs and ums. That's something I'm working on. So you'll find me catching myself. So today we had a topic of what not to say to somebody when they're doing the cancer journey. There's some really good triggers out there for people. I know there were for me, and this is a good topic.
She's got a list. I don't have a list, but I like to.
I have to have like a cheat sheet because I know what I went through, but I scoured the internet and I'm like, what do people not want said to them? And there's a variety of things. Some things I didn't mind having said to me.
Right.
Other things I was like, no, that's a red flag. Don't just. And I graciously accepted it at the time and moved on, because who knows what to say to somebody with cancer.
It's really hard.
I never knew.
No.
I still don't sometimes.
No, you always, because we always want to be there and we always want to provide support no matter what.
Exactly.
I think the best thing is, and it's on her list, is, everyone always says, if there's something that I can do, let me know. Well, that's not going to happen, because most of the times, I know for me, and I'm sure for you, I'm very independent.
Oh, very. Same way.
So
Same way.
I never ask for help. So for me to ask somebody to do something for me, not going to happen. Best thing to do is just do it. Just say, drop food off, or, just stop by and say, I'm here to say hi. Because no day is a good day. Well, how do I say that? Every day through your cancer journey, you're not feeling well for the most part.
That's absolutely.
So if somebody says, well, hey, if you're feeling okay tomorrow, I'll stop by. Well, I'm probably not going to be feeling okay tomorrow, but I always made the best of every day, no matter what.
Exactly.
And I always had a smile on my face. And that's why I think when I was going through my journey, I did videos, live videos. Every time I could do a video, I would do a video, because I wanted people to know that, yes, I have cancer, but yes, I'm surviving. I'm going to get through this. But I wanted people to see, But anyway, I think that is the biggest thing is don't say if there's something I can do, because there is something you can do. There's always something that anybody can do. It's having a meal delivered to them. Or I had a couple friends, because I had a 2.5-year-old at the time, so I had somebody drop by a box to my shop. They dropped off a box full of Elmo videos and some candy and a gift card for him to go to the bookstore. Just little things that was because it's not just about me. I have a family too, So anyway, that's where I liked that one thing that you had said.
Well, I think that really is an important thing. I was thankful that I actually lived with my family, and so I had caretakers all the time, but friends just were non-existent, because they always said, if there's anything you need, reach out. Well, sometimes you don't want to be a bother. People don't know what to say. So I do believe that just be a friend, just stop by, send a message, call them. And if they don't answer, message them and say, just checking on you, wanting to make sure, sending you love, and just send good vibes. And I think that's important, is just do it. Don't wait to be asked. Because I think I've talked to a few caregivers and friends of mine after the fact. They're like, Chris, we were scared. We didn't know what to say. We didn't know how to treat you. And I guess the biggest thing for me is treat me like your friend, treat me like your family member, treat me like I was before cancer. Because cancer is not, it's a hat we've been given to wear, but we're still that same person. And truthfully, I think I was a lot more sensitive, which says a lot, because I'm a sensitive soul, but I was so sensitive during that time. You're the people battling, I was given 6 months to live. What does that look like? And so when you're a friend or you're a family member with somebody with cancer, be present.
Yeah.
Don't let a day go by with sending love or thinking about you, or it's the simple things like that.
Yeah. Like for me, for my diagnosis, I never got a time frame, which was good.
Oh, that's fine.
I was pretty happy, because I do remember that was one of my questions right at the very beginning. Because when I heard it was stage 4, I was like, oh boy, this is not good.
Yeah, that's the only thing
Right.
This is not good.
No. So I just remembered asking the doctor, am I going to die? And her response was, I don't know. And I'm like, well, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So, you just kind of go with it. You're like, all right, well, I'm going to fight this and I'm going to do it. And that's just the way it's going to be. Obviously, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my family. And that's what I did. But yeah, I know that when I was going through my journey, when I was actually in the hospital, it was, of course, right after Christmas. So we still had our Christmas tree up. My house was trashed. Going through Christmas, you've got empty boxes everywhere, whatever.
Of course.
And one of my best friends came to the hospital, and this woman who's a very special person, dear to my heart, Holly, the cleaning lady.
Yes.
And another friend was like, we're going to go clean your house tomorrow. And I'm like, I really don't want you there, because I've got so many things, because I'm one of those people, I clean before the cleaning lady comes type thing. That's how I'd be. So I was like so stressed out about it. But it happened. It was done. I know my husband was a little weirded out about it too, because he had these 3 women running through our house, cleaning while he was there getting stuff together to come to the hospital to see me. And it was weird. But you know what? When I got home, it was done because I didn't get released until New Year's Eve. So the last thing I wanted to deal with was taking down a tree, taking care of all that stuff. And so them just telling me, and I fought with them. I was like, no, you guys don't have to do that. It's all good. They're like, nope, it's happening. I'm like, okay. And I was so thankful that they just did it. Even though it was hard for me to accept that I couldn't do it, it was nice that it was done.
That acceptance is a really hard thing, that you can't do those normal things that you do. And I remember one time that I had it was where was I? The folk festival, and I had just gotten back from my first treatment, and I had to sit in a wheelchair. I was angry, but I took that anger out on, not anger, but just short. And I think I cried too, because I knew that that wasn't me anymore. And that acceptance is really hard. And I think that's hard for people on the other side to see, friends, family members, and somebody that was just so vibrant and independent, like you said.
Yeah, it takes away a little bit of your dignity. Like, oh my gosh, like this is not me.
I lost all, there's no dignity to lose anymore. I mean, I've accepted that help is part of the cancer journey, and don't be afraid to be specific. So I was just perusing, it says, one of the things to not say, and I can't remember the article I read it in. I probably should write that down. But how can I help? Well, instead of saying, how can I help? Just say, what day can I come over and I'm bringing this? Just like you said.
Yeah.
That's perfect, because we're wishy-washy. I mean, chemo is not something that keeps your thoughts aligned. You're working hard enough to keep, for me anyways, to keep that positive mindset. Same with my heart. Aw. Thanks, Nat. Yeah, I'm sure it was. It's hard. It doesn't matter what you're suffering through or what you've gone through. Anything traumatic, cancer, a heart attack, and that new way of existence is traumatizing to us, because literally we're stopped. We're stopped dead in our tracks. And Nat knows that. You just stopped, and everything changes. There's no, we're easing you into this. It just stops. It's like a freight train that it stops right in front of your nose. And you're like, what just happened? What am I doing? And so if people can just take charge and say, this is what I'm doing for you. And hey, by the way, if you're feeling up to it, we're going to take a ride. Do you know car rides were one of my favorite things? I traveled all over Maine with my mom, and I would pack a little lunch, because I had to, at that time I was eating like every hour. And that's just a really difficult thing to find those things, but it's really the small things to do with somebody, whether it's just the small things that matter the most. So I don't want people to think that they bother people with cancer, because truthfully, we're looking for interaction. We're looking for that person that just treats us like who we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Just that normal, hey, I'm still Chris in here.
Right, exactly.
Cancer, no, it's Chris. Hello. And I think that veil needs to be lifted, and let people know it's okay to communicate with people. And I think communication is the best thing. Be overly communicative, and there's no such thing as over caring either. In my book,
absolutely not. No.
My mom, and my mom was my primary caregiver, but my family, my sister Lori and Nat and my brother-in-law Ed were huge in just letting me be. They didn't treat me any different.
Right.
I mean, I didn't have to cook or clean. I mean, that was kind of a neat thing, but my job was just to heal.
Yeah, because healing takes a long time. It sure does. I think that was the hardest part for me, because I'm a goer. I don't stop. usually. And
This kind of set you back
I
even
had
too.
no choice at all. I had to lay on my couch. I had a 2.5-year-old. I did things from the couch with him because I couldn't hold him. I could not. It was hard. It was probably the hardest time that I've ever gone through in my entire life, and I would never want to wish it on anybody.
Exactly.
All I can say is that I'm thankful that he was young enough to not see me go through this, because he won't remember. But I know that someday when he hears about my journey, he is going to be like, my mom was a total superhero.
She's a rock star.
Yeah. And that's totally, why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I don't want, him to ever take life for granted. And I never did either. And I'm just thankful that I was able to overcome all of this. And thankful that I can help other people along with their journey. I'm so thankful that I met Chris, because she has been a huge supporter in my world.
I'm thankful I met you.
Yeah, and I just think that, this episode that we're doing here today is a lot for our caregivers and for friends and people around us. If you know someone that is struggling with cancer or battling anything, doesn't even have to be cancer.
There's so many things going on these
like
days.
Like said, a heart attack or a stroke or someone with COVID. I mean, anything.
We have a friend, Mary, her family is
down and out
for the last, 2 or 3 weeks. It keeps getting passed around. And, so we send love and prayers to Mary and her family and anybody really impacted by anything. There's just so much. So just send in a lot of unconditional love to anybody that needs it today.
Yeah, just drop off a food package at their door, or a card, or just something to let them know. Because I'll tell you what, I had COVID. My husband and I both did, and we had Anthony at home during that time, and I felt so helpless. I'm like, thank God we had minimal symptoms, so we were very lucky. But I mean, I had my husband and my son, and of course, Anthony keeps us going no matter what. If you've got COVID or not, man, you are doing it.
He is a lively young man.
And he never got it. So we were like, him and I were tag teaming each other, Jeff and I, that day, that 2 weeks. It was like, okay, you take a nap for a minute, and then I'll take a nap, and then whatever. But anyway, it's just sending out that little message or letting them know you're there. It's just, because if you ask somebody, even if they have COVID, if there's anything that I can bring, let me know. Well, you know what? There's Gatorade, there is popsicles, there is soup, there is crackers, there is, there's always something,
I just gave me an idea for the day.
Yeah. So it's one of those things,
So our topic is synonymous to anything. It's here right now. I mean, I know here in Maine, we're still having significant COVID cases. And so you really got to check in on your people, and if they haven't contacted you, maybe there's a reason. And be easy and kind to everybody, because we're all going through the same thing. And then cancer is just that other thing that is added onto it, just like everything else. And there's not many people that haven't been impacted by cancer in Maine. So anywhere. Maine has a significant cancer rate that's huge, and I'd love to have somebody study that someday. So the last thing I want to talk about is, so I actually read something that people just say nothing, and I had friends that just disconnected. They didn't say anything. So saying nothing doesn't make it go away. It doesn't make cancer go away. It didn't make mine go away. But it does really impact the person battling. So just know that if your friends just saying hi through a text is better than nothing. And also, if you don't know what to say, it's okay saying, I don't know what to say, but I'm here for you. I think that's just knowing that somebody's here for you, and just hearing that acknowledges, okay, I got another person. And I know for me, if I'm at a loss for words, and they're physically in front of me, I just hug them and tell them I love them.
Yep. It's true.
Those are priceless things.
I have a lot of people that reach out to me on a pretty regular basis that
Yeah, me as well.
yeah, that either are getting ready to go and get tested for something that could be concerning, or they just did find out that something's not good. And they reach out to me and they're like, I just don't know what I'm going to do. And my biggest thing that I say is, I'm here for you. What's your address? And stay positive. Staying positive through this journey is your best medicine, number one. But knowing that you're there, like, and I tell them, reach out anytime. If I don't get right back to you, I will get back to you. But yes, I think that that's really important because, people are scared. It's scary. And we've got to be there for people, and we got to try to help people, and just not being there it's not a good thing. People need you.
Yes, agreed. It made me sad when I lost connection with friends, but I didn't have time to worry about it because I was fighting for my life.
That's right.
And that really made me realize, oh, I gotta do what's best for me and take care of me. So not that we didn't miss our friends,
right,
but we just didn't have time
to worry about what was going on with other people at that moment.
No, we had to put all our heart and soul and strength into living.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
It is. This has been a great talk today.
Yeah.
It's flowed really nicely. It's a busy day up here. I know that you have an appointment to get to, and prayers for your sister. To you, Carrie, if you're watching. I don't know if that was probably okay.
Well, okay.
Just know that I know Crystal's here for you, but anybody watching, if you need anything, feel free to reach out to us. You can comment below us right here. Reach out to us at Maine Cancer Crusader Chicks at gmail.com. Or just send a message to the Purple Iris Foundation with any topics, questions. If you'd like to be on the show and talk about your journey, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's what we're here for. We have plenty of talking we can do.
Yep.
But we'd also like to share your story. So
absolutely.
Please reach out to us, and telling your story is very therapeutic.
It is.
It takes a load off. So reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. And what do you think? Yeah,
I think that this is good, and we appreciate you guys. The other thing that's important too is to share our video, let people to get that out there more. Just share it to your page. We call it spread the love instead of share the love, because if you say the word SHARE, sometimes Facebook does this weird thing. So we say spread the love, even if you don't want to send it directly to somebody that is battling or going through a hard time. If you put it on your wall, maybe they'll reach out and maybe they'll watch it, and it could help them. It could make
exactly. We're on YouTube as well, so check out the Maine Cancer Crusader Chicks on YouTube.
Yeah.
And give us a like, and sharing. Excuse me. What did you call
Sharing is caring. Spreading the love is
spreading. So spreading the love. Sprinkle the love. I like that. So sprinkle the love. 'Tis the season.
Yeah.
Share. This is meant for caregivers.
Anybody.
Anybody struggling, really. Cancer is just that's impacted us, and we're just here to talk and tell stories. And so again, if you want to share your story, reach out to us, and we wish you all a great week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday at 9:30.
Yes, and we're going to be talking about mental health and cancer. So let's if you have any questions, mental health is one of those unspoken things in cancer, but it's one of the biggest things. And you spoke on positivity, so we'll be back with that next week, and hope you guys all have a great week.
Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.